Okay, go to teach emergent e2.blogspot.com. Okay, go to new Linux servers, click here, and Ubuntu server TFTP-HPA OBA file for VirtualBox. Remember this user, TFTPD user, and password TFTPD user. And download this file, click here. Okay, download anyway. Now file is downloading. Okay, now the file is downloaded. Okay, and you will have this file. Upper virtualization format archive Ubuntu server 2004 TFTPD HPA. Go to VirtualBox, and file import appliance, local file system as the source, and select the file here. Okay, this file, Ubuntu server 2004 TFTPD HPA. Select this and open. Next. And you can see the name is Ubuntu server operating system, only one CPU RAM, and the location, I will use the default folder, the default directory, MAC address policy, then select generate new MAC addresses for all network adapters. Okay, use this option, generate new MAC addresses for all network adapters, and then import. Okay, agree. Now you will have this Ubuntu server 2004 TFTPD HPA, this virtual machine. Go to settings, then verify the network is the bridged adapter in my real network gigabit interface adapter. Okay, or if you are using Wi-Fi, you can select the wireless interface. The wireless interface. But in my case, I will use the gigabit interface bridged adapter to connect to the real network. And advanced, be sure this cable connected. Okay, then start. Okay, enter the username. Remember this username, TFTPD user, and password TFTPD user. TFTPD user, password TFTPD user. Okay, Then verify your IP address with IP address command, IP address. Look at this, the interface number 2EMP0S3, IP address is 192.168.169, prefix 24. 192.168.169, prefix 24. Okay, and now go to TerraTerm, this, connect the serial interface COM20 in this case. Enter. Okay. Username, password, Cisco, show flash, and transfer the iOS image to the TFTP server. First, configure the IP address on the router. Show running. And you can configure this IP address, gigabit 00. Configure terminal interface, gigabit 00, IP address 192.168.1. Remember, the TFTP server is 69. This can be 100. Subnet mask 24. No shutdown. Then connect this interface to the network. Now, gigabit Ethernet 00 changed state to up. Line protocol on interface gigabit Ethernet 00 changed state to up. Enter, and the ping to the Control C and ping to the server, the TFTP server 192.168.169. Success. The copy from flash column to TFTP column. Source file name is this. This file, this name. Okay, right click and you will copy this. Okay, again. Select this and right click, enter. IP address of the host, the remote host 69. Destination file name is the same. By default is the same. Enter. Okay, ready. Complete. Use WinSCP to transfer this to your computer from the TFTP server to your PC or computer. WinSCP. The file protocol can be SFTP or SCP, any. I will use SFTP. Okay, be sure this PC is configured with an IP address, ipconfig, with an IP address in the same subnet. The server is 69, the router is 100, and this PC is 10. Okay, in the same subnet. The same subnet mask is the IP address in the same subnet. Verify if you are able to ping the server 192.168.169. Success. Then access using SFTP 192.168.169. Port 22 username. Remember TFTPD user. Password TFTPD user. Okay, login. Yes. And click here. Okay, you are by default in home TFTPD user directory. Click here and go to the root. Only slash is the root. Okay, and you will find this directory TFTPD user. Double click and you will see the image. Okay, this image placed in the server. And you can transfer this to your PC. Only drag. Okay, this is the file. This is the file. Very good. Okay, you will have this file. Very nice. And finally, if you want to transfer, from an iOS image, transfer to this directory. The root TFTPD user. Okay, here you can transfer this new version of the iOS image. Okay, very good. Now it's in the server. It's placed on the server. And on the router, you can do the following. Copy it from TFTP server to flash. Address of the remote host 192.168.169. Source file C2900 universal K9 MC.SPA. Okay, remember the new name, this name, 157-3, 157-3, .m.beam, .m.beam. Okay, enter. Destination file, the same name, enter. Okay, very nice, completed. Then verify show flash, and you can see the new version here. So configure terminal, you can use boot system, and you can start the new device, flash column, and use this name here to start from the new iOS version. Okay, right click, then you can boot from this new version. Okay, and go to browse and devices, new appliance template, and choose VirtualBox virtual machine. Okay, run this VirtualBox virtual machine on my local computer. Next. Okay, select Ubuntu Server 2004 TFTPD-HPA. Finish, and is this. Okay, apply. Okay, okay. New project. Okay, go to end devices. This is Ubuntu Server 2004. Okay, drag this, and also you can drag a router. For example, this C7200. Okay, and connect the Ethernet interface on the server to gigabit 00 on the router. And before to start the server, go to VirtualBox, select the virtual machine settings, network, use generic driver, UDP tunnel, and be sure this cable is connected. Okay, and on GNS3 start the device. Okay, start the router. Okay, enter configure terminal interface gigabit 00 and set an IP address 192.168.1. The server is 69. This will be 1 of 1. Subnet mask 24 to 55 to 55 to 55 0. Now shut down. Exit, and ping the server 192.168.169. Success. Okay, and copy the running config to TFTP server. Address of the server 192.168.169. Destination file name r-config. Use the default name, enter. Success. Username TFTPD user. Password TFTPD user. Okay, use the following command: tf option h. You will see the size 14 gigabytes. Use it 4.3 gigabytes. Available 8 gigabytes. and you can list the contents of the directory TFTPD user. Enter. And you can see in this directory, you can see the iOS images, the configuration files, and any other file on the TFTP server. And if you have problems to transfer some files and permission is denied, you can troubleshoot using the following command: sudo chmod option R777 /tftpd user, enter, password tftpd user, and use this another change owner, nobody, no group for /tftpd user directory, enter. And you will not have the permission denied message anymore. Also, if you want to free space, list the contents, you will see the files, so you can remove the files. For example, sudo remove on tftp the user directory, tftpd user directory, and name the name of the file, for example, r1-config confg, and remove this file. Remove this file in this directory, enter. Okay, and list the contents of TFTP the user directory and no files. And also, you want to change the password of this server, use sudo pass wd, specify the username TFTPD user and the new password. And again, the new password again. Okay, ready. Password updated successfully. Okay, you changed the password of this server. First, list the directory, sudo list etc netplan directory, and you will see this file 00 installer config, and edit this file. Sudo vim is the editor, text editor, etc netplan directory, and this file 00 -installer, and press tab to complete the name, enter, and you will see the IP address, and you can change this IP address. Okay, I key to insert. You are on insert mode, and you can change the IP address. By default is 69. You can change to 96 or any other. I will use 69. You can change the default gateway, the DNS servers. In this case, using Google servers. To apply changes, escape key, column, W to write, and Q to quit. Enter, and sudo netplan apply. Go to ubuntu.com, download and get Ubuntu server, and select option 3, manual install, option 3, and download Ubuntu server. Now it's downloading. Now go to VirtualBox and create a new virtual machine. New username Ubuntu server 2004 TFTPD-HPA. This is the name. I will use this name, Linux Ubuntu 64, and next. Okay, for RAM, use 1024 megabytes, 1 gigabyte. Next. Create a virtual hard disk now. Create PDI. Next. Fixed size. Next. And select the size of the virtual hard disk. Okay. Use 15 gigabytes. Okay. Create. Okay. This is the virtual machine. Ubuntu Server 2004 TFTPD-HPA and settings. On system, 1024 megabytes, one processor is enough. The storage, the empty drive, insert the ISO image, choose a virtual optical disk, and add this file. Ubuntu 2004 live server AMD 64. Open, and it's this. This is choose. Okay, now the file, the ISO image in the drive. Go to network, use a bridged adapter to connect my real network, and on advanced be sure the cable is connected. Bridged adapter and select your gigabit interface or any other real interface. In my case, gigabit interface, okay? And USB 3.0, okay. Then start. Okay, choose your language, English in my case, enter. Continue without updating, enter. The keyboard, select your layout. Space, in my case, is this. Is this. Okay, and done. Okay, this is my IPv4 address assigned by DHCP 192.168.1.24. Okay, done. Proxy, no proxy, done. Done. Enter. And okay, go to custom storage layout, press space, and select custom storage layout. Okay, this is my local disk, 15 gigabytes, my virtual hard disk space, add GPT partition space, and use 1024 megabytes for space for swap. Enter, then create space, add GPT partition space, do not specify, to use the maximum, that is 13 gigabytes, ext4, and mount the root, create. Okay, now you have the root and swap. BIOS, swap, and root. Done. Continue. Your name. Okay, your name, TFTPD space HPA. Server's name, TFTPD-HPA. Username, TFTPD user. Password, TFTPD user. Password again, TFTPD user. Done. Enter. Okay, done. Done. Okay, and cancel, update, and reboot. Okay, press enter. Okay, press enter. The username is TFTPD user. Enter. And the password is the same, TFTPD user. Okay, success. First, verify connectivity to internet, ping google.com, for example. Okay, using IPv6, success, or using IPv4, success. And sudo apt update, the password TFTPD user, and install sudo apt install TFTPD-HPA. Enter. Yes. And very good. And list the following directory: sudo list etc default, and edit the TFTPD-HPA file. Okay, and use an editor like Vim. Sudo Vim. Vim is the text editor. etc default TFTPD-HPA. Okay, press I key to insert. I key to insert. You are on insert mode. And TFTP username, TFTP the user. Okay, TFTP the user. TFTP directory, also TFTPD user, okay, slash TFTPD user, port 69 by default for TFTP service 69, the port, and add create, okay, secure option to specify a directory, and create option to create new files. Escape key, column, W to write, and Q to quit. Enter. And create the new directory, sudo make directory TFTPD user. Okay, enter. Sudo make directory slash TFTPD user. This is the directory where all files will be placed. Okay, this is the directory for all files. Then remove privileges, sudo chmod option R 777 TFTPD user. Enter. Ready. And change the owner. Change owner. The user nobody. The group no group. Slash TFTPD user. Enter. And restart the service, sudo systemctl restart TFTPD-HPA. Enter. And you can see the status, sudo systemctl status TFTPD-HPA. Active and running on green Q. Okay, list the following directory: ls sudo ls etc netplan, and edit this file 00 installer config sudo usevim etc netplan 00 dash, press tab to complete the name, and use Vim to edit this file. Okay. I key to insert, press I key. You are on insert mode. Okay, here on network Ethernet EMP0S3. Enter. Addresses. Column. For example, 192.168.169/24. Okay, gateway for IPv4 192.168.1.1. DHCP4 false because I'm using a static. Enter. Optional true, very useful. Enter. Name servers addresses. I will use Google servers. Okay, and ready. Escape key, column, W to write and Q to quit. Enter. And sudo netplan apply. Enter. And verify use IP address. And you will see EMP0S3, the interface number 2, static IP address 192.168.169. Okay, then install SSH server for management. Okay, sudo apt install SSH. Yes. And then ready. Okay, sudo shutdown option H now. Okay, success. Select this file, export appliance, and select this Ubuntu Server 2004 TFTPD-HPA and next. And open virtualization format 1.0. This is the name of the OBA file, extension .oba. Include only network adapter MAC addresses. Okay, write manifest next. Okay, some description, the product, TFTP server, version, vendor, okay, export. You will have this file. Open virtualization format archive, OBA.